You sing love songs in my lustful lounge. Ozzie sing the place for sentimental sounds. What'd you expect from a proprietary like us? You were demon host Osmodeus, the embodiment of lust. Oh, hello. You know what? You know what the video's about anyways. Cue the intro. Hey pups, RP here, and welcome back to another hell of a review. This week's review is the part 1 of the season 1 finale, Ozzie's. And we're heading to the lust string for this one. Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting. You know the drill, let's get into it. The episode begins with IMP returning from a mission where they killed a fuck ton of lumberjacks. To celebrate, Blitz offers to take everyone out for drinks, but Moxie and Millie have other plans. Seeing as it's their 1-year marriage anniversary, Moxie surprises Millie with a nice dinner to Ozzie's in the Lust Ring. Apparently it's a very popular club for couples in Lust, and is always booked, and Millie is more than excited for Moxie's surprise. Blitz, however, is not getting the message that Millie and Moxie want a night alone, by themselves. Without him, they're stalking them all night. But he does anyway, without them noticing. Unfortunately for him, there's a flaw in his plan. Stopped by the bouncer Jesse, also voiced by Ed Bosco. He states that Ozzie's is a club for couples only. No reservation, no date, no service! I'm sorry, I had to do that just once. So, to fix that flaw, he calls up his bedroom buddy Stolas, who was having a lonely night on his own, watching Hell Novas and eating cereal, until his Blitzy calls asking him out on a date, when in reality, he just wants to spy on Eminem. But it works the minute Stolas arrives, and damn boy look good in a fancy outfit like that. Stolas, give me the name of your stylist and fashion designers right now so I can look as good as you. While Stolas is trying to make the date work by making common small talk with Blitz, Blitz is too preoccupied spying on Moxie and Millie, and hyperfixating on their relationship. But I'm gonna pop in here with the theory as to why Blitz is always spying on Eminem, going back to Truth Seekers, and his multiple callouts on visions of Stryker, Fizzaroli, Veroska, and Moxie. Blitz wants to have what Moxie has with Millie, a loving and healthy relationship, and maybe he wants to have that with Stolas. But with what happened in his past in regards to his scars, physically, mentally, emotionally, and maybe even sexually speaking, he's scared that whomever is close to him ends up getting closer and eventually hurt or killed in some form or another. So he pushes everyone close to him away so they don't get any closer and eventually hurt. Back to the double dates. The show begins with the RL Fizzaroli, opening up with some jokes and mentions of Lululand burning down back in episode 2, and prepared to file a lawsuit on IMP for burning it down, and introduces Veroska, who returned briefly for a performance in Lust. After his introduction, he calls up Moxie to the stage to perform a song written for Millie. The second Moxie is on stage and starts singing, it turns out to be a love ballad. Oh, isn't that sweet? Sadly, that doesn't fly in the Lust Ring, according to Lord Osmodeus and Fizzaroli. And not sure if I said this in Spring Broken, but James Moron Englehart, I hope I pronounced that correctly, who also voices Vortex, also voices Osmodeus. Damn, the man has hella talent. And along with his amazing vocal talents that were blessed by the Broadway gods, he gives Osmodeus an Oogie Boogie-esque voice to add a little spice. While the two are trashing Moxie for singing a love song, and also try to encourage him to sing a more essential version of his love song, he doesn't really want to, nor does he want it to be about him banging Millie. He wants to express his love and appreciation for her. And then Fizzaroli and Veroska take jabs at Blitz when he stands up for Moxie and Millie's relationship, with Fizz saying, last time I checked, your love life was a pile of shit. And Veroska with, a selfish imp in the sheets, just as bad in the sheets, a reckless, heartbreaking freak. And then it's Stolas' turn, with everyone shocked and bashing him for sleeping with an imp like Blitz, saying he abandoned his broken marriage and only daughter for Blitz. And what does Stolas do in defense? He hides his face in the menu out of pure embarrassment at the call out. Not standing up for Blitz, not calling Osmodeus a fizz on their bullshit. He just hides in the menu, leading Blitz to think he really, truly doesn't give a shit. Finally, Millie beats the snot out of Fizz. Not really, just kicks him in the head and allows Moxie to continue his love song to her. Because they don't care what everyone else thinks. If the relationship is boring monogamy, something that isn't toxic waste, or what they do to keep it exciting. As long as they love each other and are there for each other through thick and thin, good times and bad, that's all that matters to them. And who gives a shit about what everyone else in hell or at Ozzie's thinks? With that, Blitz is now more bitter than ever, and both he and Stolas leave Ozzie's, with Eminem getting banned for being sappy and lovey-dovey. Back with Stolas and Blitz, Blitz drops Stolas off at his palace, and he tries to offer Blitz a night inside for some drinks, watching a movie, and such, or cuddling, hoping to make it up to him for what happened at Ozzie's, and to slowly develop a relationship that's more than a bang for your buck. But Blitz denies all the advances, and finally lets it out with the following quote: "Don't act like what we have is anything but you wanting me to fuck you. You make that very clear all the time." Blitz is in no mood to have sexy time or any kind of time with his bird boy. He's more hurt about the fact that he believes that Stolas hit his face in the menu is that he's embarrassed about sleeping with an imp and wanting a relationship with him, indicating that the embarrassment is a sign to Blitz that all he was to Stolas was a sex toy to compensate for a shitty marriage. With that, the two are left alone in their own misery and sorrows of what happened at Ozzie's. When Blitz gets to his apartment, we see a bunch of photos of him with his face scribbled out, meaning he believes everyone is better off without him. I'll get to that one in a future review of Season 2 episodes. Seeing Luna left a note, saying she'll be out late to a party Vortex invited her to, he slumps on the couch and looks through some old photos, and one in particular immediately breaks him. And that is an old photo of him, his twin sister, and his mom. And that's where the episode ends, with Blitz sobbing into a pillow after seeing the one photo he seems to cherish most, and probably one of the few he has left of his mom and sister. So, that was Ozzie's. Now, what are the pros and cons of this episode? Let's start off with the pros. We get some more Eminem sweet moments, and Moxie finally performs at Ozzie's, living his dream momentarily, despite being banned afterwards. We get some more Stolas moments, and some future development for the ship, as well as Stolas and Blitz's character development for Season 2. There's potential here, y'all. And we got to meet the real Raleigh, and the official introduction to Osmodeus, ruler of the Lust Ring. And we got the return of Erotica Mayday, even if briefly. Plus, Christina V has a very lovely voice. The cons of the episode? I don't think there are any cons for me as far as this episode is concerned. Yeah, everything happened because it was Viv's vision, and while it's not perfect in everyone's eyes, I think it's a nice setting for what's to bring in Season 2. The slow but sure development for Stolitz, the fact that Eminem is a healthy marriage and a loving relationship, and finally meeting Osmodeus and the IRL Fizz was a nice touch too. Overall, while Ozzie's wasn't perfect, it's a perfect setting for what's to become in Season 2 as a Part 1 Season 1 finale. We got to meet Osmodeus, there's future development for Stolitz, and that's pretty much it. There's no nitpicks or gripes I have with the episode itself. So, as a rating, I'm happy to give this episode 5 out of 5 smooches. That's all the time I have for this video. Stay tuned for the next television review for the Part 2 Season 1 finale, Queen Bee. That being said and done, I'll see you in the next one, pups. Take it away, outro. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and for checking out this Hello Boss review. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe to join the Pepper Pack today. Sadly, no fan art for today, but if you want your fan art featured, be sure to follow and tag me on all my social links down in the description box below. And big thank you and huge shout out to my $1 patron Patreon. And if you want to support me and the things I do, links to my Patreon page and Ko-fi page will be in the description below as well. Fair warning, my Patreon page contains a lot of 18+ NSFW works, so it's not for the kiddies. But don't worry, all my Ko-fi stuff is 100% safe for work and is for all ages. It's ready to eat for everyone, just like my fists. Sorry, I had to do that just once. And if you're interested in commissioning me, I will have my TOS commission sheet and my PayPal in the description down below. With all that being said and done, I'll see you in the next one, pups. And always remember to stay awesome, strong, and beautiful. And in the words of Markiplier, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!